Hello everyone, welcome to the workaround game. My name is Subin. I'm working for Concentrix as an Office 365 engineer. So today we'll be discussing about Office deployment tool. So what is Office deployment tool? So we also call it ODT. So this is like usually how we install. We can go to portal.office.com and download this setup, and with that particular setup we install Office package. But apart from that, ODT is something which actually uses in order to install things on a shared machine. Apart from that, also for standalone machines. So ODT is a command line tool. How with the command line by CMD, we can download the Office package as well as install it. Also, if you would like to make any changes with the preference like configurations like language, or we want to change the bit like 64-bit, 32-bit, apart from that channels, so we can manage all of the things with the command line. And for that we have two requirements. One is you should have Office deployment tool setup file, and apart from that a configuration file in .xml format. I will show you how you can create that XML file and how you can mention all the details. And it's a very simple way how we can create that XML and how we can simply run that XML file in order to install the Office package. So we'll start with downloading the Office deployment tool first. So I have opened this. You can simply type Office deployment tool. You'll get the first link from Microsoft. Just open that and download the ODT setup file first. So I'm downloading this on my machine. Alright, as you can see, I've already downloaded, so I'm not doing this again. So once you have the setup file, you can run the setup file and accept the terms and condition, and select a place where you would be downloading this particular, basically extract or download the particular, install this particular application. So I'll select D drive, or I'll just select SOS. I'm creating a new folder, or I'll just write ODT for better understanding. Let's do this. Okay, so my file got extracted successfully. Let me show you a glimpse how exactly that what all files has been extracted. So this is the file, and when we extract it, automatically few configuration files you will get for 32-bit, for 64-bit. This is something by default. You can have a look by opening this and see. This is how that XML file looks like. Okay, and you can change the product ID, you can change the language and all the other details here. So now I'll show you how you can create this XML file apart from the default ones. In order to do that, you have to go to config.office.com. Under there you will get option of create a new configuration. I'll just simply create a new configuration. Here you have to select all the details. So as an architecture part, you can select the bit. I'm selecting this as 64-bit. If you want to know your machine if it is 64 or 32-bit, you can check. Just type about, and by going there you can see it's 64-bit operating system which I'm currently using. Rest you can select the version which you would like to install. I'll select 365 apps for enterprise. Apart from that, if you want any visual version, if you have a license, same goes for project, and if any additional project like language pack or access runtime. So I'll put NA for others, and I'm just selecting or going with 365 apps for enterprise. Then we have the channel. You can select the channel as well if you would like to have, your updates on quarterly or yearly or current channel or preview. You can learn more about channels. You can click on this and you'll get the article there. You can go through that, and accordingly you can understand how often you get the updates from Microsoft for your office. So I'll put this as current channel. Version you can select manually. I'll select the latest version. Here you can select what all applications you want to include on that particular installation. I'll turn off Skype for Business, OneDrive Group, and rest. I'm happy with all those. Even I can turn off Access as well. Rest is background service for Microsoft. If you can turn this off if you don't want. So guys, whatever I'm selecting here, just you don't get confused why I'm doing this. Whatever I'm selecting, like all this information, according to this my XML file will be created, and that XML file I will be running through command prompt, so that whatever your requirement is, accordingly that XML will get created, and then accordingly that office package will be a customized office package according to my requirement. So this is our end goal, and as well as this was the goal from Microsoft why office deployment tool is in picture. Next is language, where I'm good with English. If you want to select any additional language, you can definitely go ahead and do that. If you want to any proofing tools according to your language, you can select that. Next is installation. So if I talk about CDN disk, basically from the network. If I talk about local source, that means it will ask for a setup file from you, or the office package. If you have existing on your environment, you can share this location here. So for me, there is none, so I will be happy to downloading it first from the internet only. Rest, you can select this information. Endpoint configuration manager, if you have endpoint configured, if you have a device which is managed by Intune or endpoint, then you can select this option. So for me it would be CDN. Next is, suppose this particular option is really important, because some of the times what happens, as an engineer, we all must have faced this particular issue where we are trying to uninstall Office package and reinstall it, but for some reason, Visio or project, it's getting stuck or fail to uninstall, due to which we are not able to reinstall the Office package. So with this ODT tool, it is an automated process. If you check this one, automatically whatever rest of the Office package in your machine, it will be uninstalled, so that you will not get any issues while installing it. And it is specifically for MSI version of Office. Next, we'll check the licensing and activation part. So as I mentioned earlier, it is very useful in order to get this installation done on shared computer. You can select this. If you have any license token which is arranged in your environment, you can share the part of the same. So for me it is user based, because it's a standalone machine and I'm only using it. I do have a cloud particular cloud subscription which I can use later on. Once the installation is done, I can sign in with my cloud email address, Office 365 email address, and my office will get activated automatically. So in general, if you want to, set this as a company property, like you must have seen branding in your office package in like Outlook or Teams. In that scenario, you can put the branding. So I'll put this IT wala of my particular domain, which I'm currently using in cloud. I will use that. There is no description I wanted to provide as such, so I'll skip that part. Rest, as you can see, this is the app and this is the settings and this the status and everything is in place. I guess we are all good. I will also, you can leave this part as it is, there's no issue. Now we'll move forward and export. So now I will select keep current setting, whatever I have selected the customization. I will keep this as a current setting and then I will click OK. I can rename it. Since I have already created one file with configuration name, I'll put one after that. You can put any unique name to your XML file. And here also, when you're creating this file and exporting, here you get that option. If you don't want to, if you have missed to download the ODT tool, you can download it from here, the latest version of Office deployment tool. Now I will hit export. So my file is ready. As I can see, it is actually ready, and now I will move this file in the same place where I have extracted my ODT. Okay, so there we go. So this is my file. So here there is no duplicate as such, so I'll rename it back. There you go. So make sure the file type is XML so that we can run the particular command. Now we'll start. First we have to go to command prompt. I would suggest to open this as administrator. There you go. Alright, so in command prompt, first I have to go to that location where I have extracted my ODT. So let me see if I remember. CD, I believe it is ASUS. Okay, yes. To go back in the command prompt from any directory, you can type cd and dot dot and enter. Okay, now I'm in C drive. Now I have to go to ASUS and then ODT. So I'll type ASUS and then ODT. So now I'm in this particular folder